Mr. President, gusto ko pong basahin isang parte ng official statement of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines and the Supreme Court's decision in Duterte versus House of Representatives, August 1, 2025. And I quote, "Disagreement with the court's reasoning is neither unwelcome nor unexpected. Dissent is not foreign to a democracy. It is essential to its survival. But to incite public repudiation of its authority, or even just to call for its outright defiance, erodes the very foundation of the legal order. Such actions disturb the equilibrium of powers and imperil the integrity of our democratic institutions, especially when appropriate legal remedies remain available within the framework of our constitutional system. If every adverse ruling becomes an invitation to disobey, the law ceases to be a constraint on power and becomes its casualty. The Constitution does not require agreement. It demands adherence." Ang sinasabi po ng mga ibang kasama natin, magpapile pa naman ng motion for reconsideration. Bakit hindi natin hintayin? As I said, Mr. President, if you are a practicing lawyer worth your salt, you are confronted with the unanimous decision of the Supreme Court. In a firm voice, it says this is unconstitutional, void ab initio, violative of due process, and the Senate never acquired jurisdiction over this. And it is immediately executable. Parang sinasabi niya sa'yo, wala ka ng room mag-file niyan. Is anyone expecting that even one soul of the members of the Supreme Court will reverse himself? We cannot depend our action, Mr. President, on the fortunes of litigation. Naalala ko pa nga po doon sa kaso ng Francisco versus House of Representatives, the former Chief Justice Renato Puno, in his separate concurring opinion, naalala ko po ang sabi niya, with the possibility of 2 impeachment complaints reaching the Senate, the good Chief Justice said that the Senate, in the exercise of its primary jurisdiction, can decide the question of whether or not the 1-year bar rule has been violated or not. The Senate can even decide if on its face the impeachment complaint has no legal basis. At ang sabi pa po niya doon, Francisco versus House of Representatives, sabi pa niya roon if the Senate finds that the 1-year bar rule is violated or that the impeachment complaint has no legs to stand on, that will be the end of the entire controversy. He was saying that let's give all the remedies available to the House and the Senate because of their primary jurisdiction. But when the case is ripe for judicial determination, it was the view of the former Chief Justice that the Supreme Court at that time, and only at that time, when it can speak with great moral authority, in order to compel the loyalty, the respect, and the obedience of our people. Mr. President, when the Supreme Court negates the actions of a co-equal branch of government, it does not assert its superiority. Instead, it upholds the supremacy and the dominance of the fundamental law of the land, the Constitution. And so the Supreme Court has already spoken. The last arbiter of law, it says the complaint is unconstitutional, is void ab initio, is violative of due process. The Senate never acquired jurisdiction over this. It is immediately executory. On that note, Mr. President, I respectfully move that the impeachment complaint be dismissed. I so move, Mr. President.